the influx of Chinese cars into the South African car market. These Chinese cars are becoming more and more popular and people are attracted to them, which I understand, right? Because they are affordable and they offer great packages, great technologies, and they look good. But I want us to talk about them potentially fully taking over the South African car market. My theory is that I don't think that's something that's going to happen, but I'm just observing. Reason why I'm saying this is when something becomes common, that can decrease desirability for them. I just want to make an example of Toyota, VW were dominating the car industry. A couple of years ago, when you were thinking about a bakkie or double cab bakkie, automatically you were thinking Hilux. Even though Hilux was dominating the bakkie market, Ford came in and it did the things. It really did. And people went for Ford because they felt like, look, everybody has a Hilux. I kind of like bakkies, but I don't want a Hilux because it's so common. So they went for Ford, and I guess they went for Isuzu. Even Navara's sort of picking up. Not bad, right? Yeah. So some people just want to be different. That's also Polos, hatchbacks, right? For the average South African, right? Polos were so popular, so common that some people just didn't want Polos. Aside of the hijack thing, just wanted something different. Hence your i20s, Kia Rios, and stuff like that also became popular. Your Suzuki Balinos or Toyota Starlets also became an option, right? Because Polos were so common. So I just feel like the Chinese are coming in hot. I feel like they will grow to such an extent that they will be common. Sure, they are taking a big chunk of the market, right? They are taking away customers from all these popular brands. But they will become so common to the point where people will just want something different. Hence, I feel like depending on how they play it, these other brands can still survive. I also want to talk about them competing in the premium car market. Yes, they are taking a big chunk of the market share from BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. Yes, right? Because these Chinese cars offer similar technologies that these German giants offer. But the premium status symbol still lies with the German giants. And they've been a status symbol in this country for a very long time. And I don't see the Chinese completely taking over. So think about it this way. As I was saying with the Hilux being popular and the Polos being popular, the Chinese vehicles can try to penetrate the premium car market, right? Fancy technology and stuff like that. But they will be so common that the Germans will now gain desirability because everybody has a Haval, a Komoda, a Jetour. Those cars are going to be so common on the roads that when you see a Mercedes, BMW, Audi, you're going to feel like, oh, okay, yeah, that's different. You know what I mean? And we do know that we want something that you would consider as value for money. These German cars are still expensive, but they just have that thing about them that we just desire them, right? So if we see less of them on the road, they become sort of cool and desirable because, well, I got money, that's why I'm in this BM, or that's why I'm in this Merc. You were just average, that's why you were in your Chinese, right? I could be saying that they're cheaper. Yeah, so I'm in the German, so I'm balling. So it can create demand because they are now more exclusive. So I just feel like, yes, the Chinese are taking over. Yes, they are value for money, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to have a car, especially for the average person who just wants a car that will take them from A to B and it has fancy technology. I mean, that's a plus, right? Yeah, but it doesn't have the same premium value as Germans. And not just speaking about the Germans, they will become so common that people would want something different. I don't think the Chinese will completely wipe out all these other brands. Yes, some might die, literally. Some will. Yeah, it's sad. But I don't see it as a full-on takeover. As things stand, when you look at the top 20 best-selling cars, yeah, Chinese are there. It's just here and there, but we're still buying the brands that we're used to in large numbers. So what do you think? Do you think that the Chinese cars will have a complete takeover, or you agree with my theory? Anyway, stay tuned for more car-related content.